Today I'm watching and breaking down the cinematic language of A Moment Among the Stars, the destiny of each new dawn from Honkai Star Rail. We're continuing our Phainon series until we finish it. If you enjoy our time together, make sure to check out all the other Phainon videos we've done, and of course our full catalog of cinematic breakdowns. All right, let's do it, guys. I loved this animated short yesterday. That was crazy. All right, let's continue the journey. This is our boy, and he's continuing on.
This cruel flame chase journey has made me abandon my fantasies.
Yeah, can imagine.
The future is not a paradise with a gym.
I love this. It's coming back to the cinematic language, the visual language that we've built up with the animated short and the other video. Seeing the childhood, when we saw the counter rising up on the animated short, we see his childhood self running. And how cool is it that we actually had the reverse sort of sequential aging of him. But as he aged in one cycle, he became more insane. So it's just kind of a metaphor for how many times he's lived through this life of war, having to fight his own comrades, having to destroy his own comrades. And now this, we've actually taken him out of the equation and put him behind, as if he can't reach his old self again. He's looking back at his old self, wishing he could have that joy running along the front. And then this comes back to the first Phainon video when he was looking out upon the horizon. It looked like this. It was verdant, it was peaceful, it was inviting, it was welcoming. And now he is put one step back beyond that, looking at himself. Fantastic metaphor, fantastic imagery, just in the first couple seconds.
Not a paradise with a gentle west wind.
Wow.
For us to step in.
Amazing. So this, I wanted to comment this for 1 second. I love this transition. Let's look at it one more time.
West wind.
It's like he is just kind of in this fever dream. I love how they're showcasing, kind of getting across the feeling of what it would be like to live through this just thousands, millions, literally millions of times. And it's like he's just kind of phasing in and out of consciousness, of memory. He's like, wait, I'm back here at this happy time? I've been here before. It's fantastically done. And I love that the visual language carries over through each of the movies. It's very well done.
Waiting for us to step in.
And this guy looks like the enemy he fought. With Nanook, like kind of putting him as his champion. Amazing choreography. Oh, I love that shot through the statue. It's just fantastic, right? Like, so I assume, is this a statue of Nanook? By the way, I read the comments, so you guys have been educating me a little bit on this. Let's talk about the choreography, but if that's a statue of Nanook, it's really awesome, because just like the other animation where he's kind of peering down imperiously, cold-heartedly, no expression on his face, he does actually get him to move just a little bit. He does get him to scratch, and the god's demeanor just changes the slightest bit. His eyes are moved, and he might have a little bit of respect for him for kind of like phasing out of reality several times through the galaxies and just getting to him for 1 second. It was an unbelievable sequence. But I'm not sure if this is supposed to come before or after that. Let me know. But let's talk about the choreography. So I really like this. That was a really nice shot. We actually moved quite a bit in it. Start here. Let's go frame by frame. Yeah, I love how he strikes down. It's really kinetic. And if you look, they actually add a little bit of camera. It's not necessarily camera shake, but what they've done is they've made the camera subjective. Let me show you what I mean. There's just a little bit of shakiness in following, as if it's a person who's watching, as if it's him, as if it's us who's watching. It's got a human feeling to it, which I love. And what it also does is, well, a lot of filmmakers use it for fight scenes like this. It showcases how ferocious it is, almost like the camera can't keep up as it's going, almost like it's shot as a documentary, which if you've seen some of my documentary films, you will see some similar techniques just by necessity, right? Like you're there, you have to capture it in the moment, and it brings a very human feel to it because a lot of it cannot be planned. So you have to have a great understanding of your basics of filmmaking and basics of composition. Yeah, that's got to be one of my favorite shots, through the statue. Again, evoking this feeling of he cannot escape, literally cannot escape, but at the same time, he cannot escape the gaze of Nanook. He cannot get away. And he's literally imprisoned within his body, within his arms, everything that he sees, right? So it's just a fantastic shot for so many reasons. And this is where both having an eye, an understanding of the science of filmmaking, and understanding the characters in the story just when it all comes together like this, you have a shot which you can just revel in that has meaning, but also looks really amazing. I really like the analogous colors in the scene too. There's a filter placed over the whole scene, which has a little bit of blue and purple tint. Even in this character with his gold, there's that color kind of bleeding into everything. Oh my goodness, he got him.
If what lies ahead is a massive chaos,
Oh boy.
I will tear it apart. Then usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight.
Yes. Wow, I had to just let it play for the end. That was so epic. So a couple things. I love the performance because this is a human. This is, well, a human. Take that with a grain of salt. This is a person who has lived through these many times, essentially losing his mind. Like, he would not be a calm person. He'd be someone who's extremely insane, I think is more accurate. So I love this performance.
I will tear it apart. Then usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight.
Yeah, he just sounds completely crazed. I love it. And we have here this imagery from the other one. So again, I'm trying to figure out if this is chronologically before the other one, and Lore Masters fill me in on that. But what I love is we're getting these abilities back, this flame where he kind of burns away everything and becomes this kind of angelic image. But there's a third. Oh, that's a beautiful frame. Look at that. Yeah, when you get into hand-drawn stuff, it's just awesome because every single frame, look at how it appears. I love it. There's such a magic to it, especially the old cells and everything. Look at that. Yeah, very nice. But what I like about it is these. It's like I said, the visual language of the aforementioned video keeps coming into it. So now when we watch this, it doesn't just mean like, cool ability. It's like, no, we know what happened. This man became fire. This man burned through the cosmos and actually touched this god's face. Absolutely unhinged character. And I really like it. But also, yeah, we have this this beautiful thing, but there's one part missing, and it's the digitization. That like pixelated kind of breaking down thing. So again, I would believe that this comes before that. I love this image right here. It's just so awesome. I want to see these frames. Yeah, look at that. It's a fantastic close-up. It's a fantastic medium close-up. And what we have here is showcasing just that defiance that kind of is the lifeblood of this character, the eye-core of this character. And that defiance is what got him to that point. And you guys actually told me in the comments yesterday's video that it's this feeling of he was able to get to this god, and I didn't realize just how insane of a feat that was until you guys told me. It's crazy. So yeah, I love how, because I remember saying, is that just a metaphor that he's going through the galaxies and stuff? Not really. It's just showcasing the sort of absurdity of what he achieved. So this is no kind of average character as far as power scaling is concerned, that's for sure. But I really like it. I love how, again, he's crushed, constantly crushed under the presence of this statue. He cannot escape it. Man, I'm not going to be lying a lie, though. It almost looks like him. Is it a statue of him? If it's a statue of him and not Nanook, that's almost even more cool because it's like he's stuck in his own pattern that he can't get out of. He's stuck in his own loop, if you will, and he's kind of peering down at himself in disgust, in which case he's peering at himself right here in the beginning. Did I miss it already? Yeah, this part. He's peering at himself right here. And he can't quite reach himself. So it's such a cool mirror. And I see this wound actually matches the statue, guys. So this is another like really interesting thing. If the statue itself, I'm trying to find that image right here. If the statue has the scar and then he gets it to match, that's so cool, man. That's so cool. And we're playing with time, a time loop here, and we're playing with fate, right? So the conversation becomes, is this fated? Like, is there any way for him to escape it? Was he going to get the scar no matter what? But then because it's a time loop, is the god Nanook like aware of that? So he has the statue cast with the scar. Like, there's so many cool questions here. And again, feel free to fill me in exactly how this mechanic works. But what I like about it is it's just raising really interesting questions. Like, okay, if his fate is sealed, how does he get out? How did he go and burn Nanook's face for a second before he regenerated? There's so many cool questions that it brings up and the sort of philosophy of what it means. And like I said, it's very related to Clair Obscur and some other stuff I've covered recently, where it's like, sort of what is the ethics of creating beings and not really treating them with any respect, maybe even discarding them, it's a fascinating conversation. And like I said with the other one, a lot of people will be tempted to view us as Nanook, but I think it's a lot more appropriate to view yourself as Phainon and the struggle that he's in. And I think when you do that and you place yourself in his shoes, it becomes a very different conversation and a very meaningful one as well. So yeah, very, very cool. I don't know if there's any more Phainon videos. I was trying to see if there was like in-game cutscenes with him and Nanook. I couldn't really find any besides just like a conversation, but I really enjoyed these animated shorts. Let me know what to cover next, guys. I am open to covering several different things. I think I'm going to check out Wuthering Waves. What is it? There was a Resonator showcase I didn't cover on that, so I want to check that out. I think it was Lupo, something like that. Let me know if I'm missing any other ones. And then animated shorts. I think I'm caught up. I got to check back on Genshin to see what they got coming out. And of course, we're playing Death Stranding. Going to get back to that. If you're into Death Stranding 2, we beat Claire Obscure, and I'm putting out shorts now. I'm trying to pump out shorts of our cool moments from these breakdowns, from the cinematic breakdowns. Anyways, you guys are the best. Make sure to sub if you want to join us for the next one. And let me know, as always, what was your favorite shot in this. For me, if I had to pick, it's this one. It's the statue one. It's just such a cool shot. Again, whether it's him or Nanook, it has such a cool meaning of being trapped either within yourself or within the purview of this god. You absolutely cannot escape your fate, but he still does in the other video. So it's just so cool. I really like that one. Let me know if you agree. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you next time.